Rick, you guys are up 103 to 99, about 3 minutes and change there. You only have 1 point the rest of the way. Just kind of what did you see from the offense that got stagnant?
Yeah, we got stagnant. Their second shots were a big problem. When you're unable to rebound, it's hard to continue to play with pace and tempo. I haven't looked at the end of the game yet, so I don't have the blow-by-blow for you. But give them credit. They kept attacking, and their defense was great down the stretch.
Fourth row on the left.
Shakia Taylor, The Athletic. Rick, you all had 20 assists in the first three quarters, but only one in the fourth. What do you think caused that?
A lot of the same stuff I was just talking about. An inability to come up with rebounds, an inability to get key stops was a part of it. And then, we just got too stagnant. The ball was not being advanced quickly enough. We weren't creating problems, and we were up against the clock a lot. So things got very difficult, but you got to give Oklahoma credit. I mean, they made it very difficult.
Front left, Tim.
Rick, from the very beginning of the series, you've talked about how it's an 18-day grind. How important is that mindset now that you know that it's at least going 6 and that you've prepared yourself for one that's going to go either pretty close to the end or to the ultimate end?
It's it's the ultimate effort, endeavor, whatever you want to call it. I mean, it's long, it's arduous, but it's the greatest opportunity going. It's the greatest opportunity going, and it's really hard, and it's supposed to be hard. It's supposed to be hard, and this is where, we're gonna have to dig in and circle the wagons and come back stronger on Monday. It's a big disappointment, but there's 3 games left.
Greg, front right.
Rick, I know when you study film, you'll have a bit of answer this probably better, but SGA was kind of under wraps in the fourth quarter. He had, I think, 15 by himself. Did you see anything? Was he figuring something out? What did you see from your vantage point?
He got to the free throw line some. I don't think he had gotten to the free throw line at all in the first half. Fouls were an issue. Look, he's a great player. That's the other issue. He's the MVP, and so we had a couple of good stands against him. There was one time he tried to split, a double team, and we came up with the ball. But then I don't remember if we converted or not. So look, we had some terrific opportunities that we did cash in on, in the third quarter, and some late third quarter that we did not. That would have made it tougher on them going into the fourth quarter. But hey, you're up 7 at home. You got to dig in and find a way, and we were unable to do it tonight.
Standing in the back left.
Hey, Coach, Open Court Basketball Germany. How much or how beautiful is that to see when we see the last game? Benedict is the one stepping up today, Obi Toppin, even though it's a loss, but to see that it doesn't matter, like there's always someone who's the next and comes up with the points you need.
Yeah, we're put together really probably unlike any other team in the NBA in terms of our dependence on one another. And, you can look at the stats and, individual guys having big nights is a big part of success. But with us, the thing that works for us is balance. A lot of guys involved, a lot of guys passing it, a spirit that is evident, that is positive, and, regardless of whether things are going good or bad. And so, look, Obi did some terrific things tonight. Ben was great last game. Next game we're going to have more guys step forward.
Last question up front.
Rick, Thunder had 3 3-pointers the whole game. They had one, like in the end of third quarter, they only had one. You guys were leading as you had more than 10 points lead, and you lost the game. How much does it hurt? And you, as a champion, as you had in tough situations, you've been in tough situations before. How do you motivate the guys to not let that loss sting for the next 48 hours?
Yeah, we're going to look at the film tomorrow and then travel. They had 38 free throws. and that was a problem. They made 34 out of 38. We had 33 and made 25. You know, they missed 4. We missed 8. You know, the difference of 4 is significant. You know, there's a lot of little things going on, but this series is going to come down to the basics, and our inability to effectively rebound when we needed to is the biggest thing. You know, 43 to 33 and a bunch of second chance points. You know, made it difficult and in the end impossible. So we got to bounce back. I don't need to motivate these guys. I think they have a sense of where they are. But you know, this kind of a challenge is going to have extreme highs and extreme lows, and this is a low right now, and we're going to have to bounce back from it.